Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fuel for Success. This is episode 218. Today is a fantastic Monday. Welcome to November. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Today, just like every Monday, we're going to be talking about health and weight loss and fitness and wellness and all the stuff that affects this thing right here, your body, which what is more important than that? Good morning, my friend, and welcome back to St. Pete.
Good morning. What is more important than our body? My goodness, think about it. We only get one body. That's it. If this shit's not like a car or a couch or a blender, there's no store that we can go to and buy another one. So we do got to take good care of our body. This is one of our favorite shows to talk about. It is good to be back home, Mike. October was insane. I was gone 21 nights in the whole month of October. That's too much. It's good to be home. I'm at least home until our next mission 25. And looking forward to it. Looking forward to our show today, my friend. And hey, we had a little cold front come through St. Petersburg yesterday, man. Got down to 50 degrees, bro.
Wow.
Which probably to you feels like spring. But to us, I had the heat on, sweatshirts, scarves, hoodie on my jog. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll down here.
I understand. 21 days is a lot, man. That's a long time to be gone. So tell me this, how do you stay when you're on the road? I know I saw pictures on Instagram. You found a cool looking juice bar. Was that in somewhere in Indiana? I don't remember. Was it West Bend? Somewhere. And
South Bend?
Picked up juice. South Bend, yeah. And you picked up some juice there. Is it hard? And I know the answer to this, a leading question. Is it hard to stay in your health routine when you're on the road?
Well, it's the number one reason why I hate to travel. Okay, you ready for this? I love to travel and I hate to travel. I love to travel because I like to meet new people. I like to see new things. I like to find cool little places to eat and neat coffee shops. And I love to sightsee. And I just love seeing new places, right? But I hate travel for that very reason, what you mentioned, as far as it does throw you so out of your rhythm and your routine. Now, Mike knows this. One of the first things we do when I travel is look for a juice bar. I Yelp. So I pull up Yelp. Sometimes I've got a couple amazing secretaries that actually do it ahead of time for me. So I'm blessed for that. They'll look for juice bars in the area. They'll call to make sure they're open when they close. So I'm blessed for that. But yeah, dude, this juice bar was a 50-minute drive from where I was staying. Now here's the deal. I don't bring my NutriBullet on 2 or 3 night trips. Just for many reasons, especially if there's a juice bar, I won't do it just because it's a lot to pack and, but again, so anyways, so it was a 50-minute drive. So I got there and I drove over and I got 4-ounce wheatgrass because wheatgrass is so vitally important for our bodies. The amount of nutrients and minerals and health benefits of wheatgrass, what it does for our immune system. So, anytime I can get wheatgrass, it's definitely, wheatgrass is like what sunshine is to Seattleans. Did I say that right? Seattleans, people that live in Seattle, they only get literally a few days of sunshine and they just it brings them alive. Wheatgrass is so amazing. So, but it's hard to find wheatgrass because in my health coaching, I had a client here recently that was having some issues, and I said, look, you're doing everything right. The only thing you need is wheatgrass. And, of course, I'm telling you what was amazing, though, Mike. Here's what was amazing. Now, here I am. I live in Tampa, Florida, okay? This juice bar is 50-minute drive from where I was speaking this weekend, and nobody in that church had been to that juice bar before, which I was like, are you kidding? I know it's a 50-minute drive. But it's worth it. I did it 3 times, Mike. I made the 50-minute drive there and back 3 times to load up on my juices. So this weekend, I actually made really good health choices except on one meal, which I'll tell you about later. And I was able to maintain my flow of jogging and juicing and wheatgrass and somewhat healthy eating. Of course, Mike, let's be real. Anytime you eat out, I'm a believer that I know this. One of the number one cancer causing habits that we have is eating meat. So I'm pretty much scared of any meat that's not organic. So as you know, when you go out to eat, it's rare to find. I mean, I dare you go to Chili's and say, yeah, is this chicken organic? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen. Yeah, it doesn't happen. But anyways, no, it was good. It was good. And you asked, how do I do it? I make as many healthy choices as I can, as possible. And then, dude, you know what? That's why I'm extreme when I'm home. And that, because when I am on the road, it's more challenging. And I do believe in moderation, and I do believe in balance. And I don't believe in balance. I believe in moderation. I believe in, sometimes, believe it or not, Mike, to a healthy person, sometimes it's good to eat unhealthy because then it reminds you why you would never want to do this as a lifestyle. Like when I eat bad for 2 days, my body, I don't know how people do this every day. Like, how do people eat bad every day? Like, I've got friends that never juice, never exercise. I'm like, how do you do it? How are you not suicidal? Like, I'm borderline almost suicidal 2 days after eating bad. Not really.
Well,
borderline.
The reality,
Go ahead, Mike.
Is the human body is an amazing thing that it can. I mean, think about if you were putting half mixed water with gasoline in your car and just sort of whatever oil you could find, like some vegetable oil in there, here's some, I don't know what this stuff is. We'll put that in there and just try to run your car on that. And that's the way we expect our bodies to work. So God engineered our bodies way better than any car. That's for sure. Otherwise, it would just shut down and stop working. What are you drinking there, my friend?
I made Caleb try it this morning. And what Caleb drank is what you're drinking. I think I saw earlier you had a juice in your hand. I'm guessing it's carrot apple ginger. Is that right?
Carrot apple ginger right there.
That's my favorite juice. Okay, but I just, again, because I was on the road, I went extreme. This morning is carrots, beets, apples, kale, and ginger. And you know what, Mike? As gross as this may sound, it actually doesn't taste bad. I said, Caleb, I want you to try this morning. So Caleb wakes up, right? I've got vegetables and fruit all over the counter, and I'm cutting it, and I'm juicing it, and I got Tony Robbins talking in the background. He goes, man, this is my life. I wake up, you're shoving juice down my throat, you got Tony Robbins playing. He goes, there's no shot at me having a normal life, is there, Dad? Of course, we have fun with that, and he drank his carrot and apple juice this morning. I also packed one in his lunch. But, yeah, Mike, beets are really good for cleansing and for keeping your liver and your immune system pure and just clean. We eat so much toxins. That's why it's good to sweat. I know you and I were talking a little bit about earlier this morning about most people don't sweat enough. It's good to sweat. It's good to run. It's good to, get in the sauna. It's good to, to do beets, wheatgrass. Oh, it seemed like Ashley asked, is wheatgrass gluten-free? And yes, it is. It is gluten-free, 100%. So you're safe there. And I would tell anybody on the planet, if you have any type of sickness or disease, go extreme on the wheatgrass. Mike, tell me why you like carrot and apple and ginger so much, my friend.
Well, first of all, it tastes like sunshine. It is really incredibly refreshing. There's so many essential nutrients in there. It's very easy, simple, inexpensive. We actually we had a sale on Honeycrisp apples, and Honeycrisp apples are usually way too good to juice because they're so good to eat. but they were the cheapest apples we could buy. They were literally $1.50 a pound because they grow a lot of them here locally. Of course, they were first created on the University of Minnesota, and so there's a lot of orchards in Minnesota that grow Honeycrisp apples, and so they were like what they call seconds. You know, they're too small, really. They were just the right size for juicing. $1.50 a pound. I'm like, hook me up. We bought a bunch of them. So this is actually Honeycrisp apples and organic carrots and ginger. And
I got Honeycrisp in mine as well, and they're amazing. I'm bitter when Honeycrisp is out of season. I'm like, I almost want to just throw things. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, which by the way, guys, I don't throw things. Let's just go on record. Anyway, Mike, yeah, dude, I'm a big believer in ginger, dude. Ginger is so refreshing. And you know what? You can put ginger in almost any juice. Like right now, it's got kale in it, it's got beets, it's got carrots. But the predominant thing that I taste right now in this is the ginger and still that sweetness from the Honeycrisp apples. So even though like the thought of juicing beets is disgusting to me, like beets are my least favorite. For me. And I'm a big believer in throwing garlic. And every once in a while, Mike, I throw a little bit of jalapeno or habanero pepper in my vegetable juicing just to give it that kick.
Is that right? I'll have to try that. Serge,
a half a jalapeno, man. Woo! I'll give you guys one. Here's one for you, okay? It's in my book, but here's one. Ready? Do yourself a really powerful vegetable drink. Throw in kale, Swiss chard, throw in tomato, red pepper, a little bit of cabbage, some garlic, and slice in about a half a jalapeno, a little bit of broccoli. I mean, it's nasty, but I'm telling you, Mike, of all the juices as far as feeling good, that's my feel-good drink, man. That's just a drink that just makes me feel like I'm on top of the world because it's so many nutrients. I mean, you know, Mike, it's not as powerful as fruits are. I mean, vegetables trump all, man. There's nothing like having a lot of vegetables in your body, especially greens. You know, Mike. So anyways, that's it. Half a jalapeno, of course, the garlic. That's a good juice, man. But that's a juice where you don't want to go on a date, Al, no going on dates if you're going to put garlic in your juice.
Yeah, you want to definitely give it a little time. Hey, something Serge mentioned here that I'd never thought of, haven't tried this personally, and he said he adds a couple of drops of essential oils into his juice to sort of change the flavor of it. That's an interesting idea, something I may try.
Hey, I'm all about it. Sometimes I throw a scoop of coconut oil for sure in my juice. But yeah, I love that. I'm gonna try it as well, Al. Serge, give us some ideas, and maybe tell us a few types of oils that you like. I love peppermint oil. I don't know what juice I would throw that in. Maybe a watermelon and spinach, but love peppermint oil in general. But anyways, Mike, so go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, just like anything, just like. If you're looking at supplements or like protein powder or any processed product, because essential oils are processed, you want to look at, spend a little bit of time researching the brand and how they go about creating them and that sort of thing. Because just like everything else, as essential oils become more popular and the market increases for them, market demand, there are going to be companies that are taking shortcuts. They may not be the best quality and all of those sort of things. So make sure you because there's ways to like chemically extract essential oils and even, coconut oil. There's coconut oil out there that you don't want to touch because of the way that they extract it. And so be careful about
organic.
Get organic, make sure that they process it well. Anything that's processed, you want to look at, just spend a little bit of time to research it. You're going to be glad you did that. So
Mike, you know what I want to say? I want to throw something out there real quick. Anybody out there watching Fuel for Success this morning? Mike, let's give away a book. Let's give away one of my new juicing books called Just Juice It. That's number one. Number two, how many of you out there, raise your hands, are wanting to lose an extra 10, 15 pounds? You got a little bit of gut, You feel a little extra body fat on your body. Your jeans are fitting tight. You're not fitting in your clothes. You don't feel good taking, you just don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good taking your clothes off in front of your spouse. Listen. One of the number one things that I wish I could get all of you to do is eliminate breads from your lifestyle. Now, I know that blows some of you away because we love our bread. But I'm going to tell you right now, one of the number one causes of weight gain is breads. And one of the number one causes of inflammation in your body is breads. So we're in a bread culture. In fact, one of the most popular places to eat is Panera Bread, right? So, friends, I would encourage you to, I'm not advocating a low-carb diet. I'm actually advocating a right-carb, low-carb lifestyle, meaning brown rice over white rice all day. Ezekiel bread in moderation, definitely never white bread. I mean, rarely. The biscuits have got to go. I'm talking about those that want to lose the weight. Now, if you want to remain overweight and you think you can keep eating the breads and take some kind of pill or drink some kind of shake, you're in for a lot of discouragement. But if you're up for losing some weight, I guarantee you if you'll cut out the sodas, and that includes diet soda, and you'll cut out the breads or extremely minimize the breads, okay? And then the third thing I want to tell every one of you, if you want to lose weight, you have got to move your body. You have got to jog. And the reason I say this is last night when I picked up my son from baseball practice, we went straight from Whole Foods. I got all the stuff that I need for juicing, vegetables and fruits and whatnot. And then I came home. But before I went home, I went and gassed up my car because I got like a 30-minute drive to take my son to school. Right by our gas station is a Starbucks. I was in the mood for a green tea. Of course, unsweetened always, not even one pump. So went in there, got my green tea, and I actually went through the drive-thru, which, Mike, look, a little tip here. I rarely ever go through the drive-thru. Rarely. Just because I like to see people, I like to go in, I like to move. To me, lazy people go through the drive-thru. Get out of your car, go inside, or maybe should I say efficient people. I'm sorry, I can't assume everybody that goes through the drive-thru is lazy. Maybe you're being efficient. But anyways, so when I was pulling up, there's a guy that works there. He was in a real upbeat mood. And he had a cool looking tie on. I was like, hey, I like your tie, bro. He's like, thanks, man. He goes, the ladies are digging it too. He's like, I think I might start wearing more colored ties to work more often, and he's just real upbeat. And I said, man, that's cool. And he said, man, he goes, I'm having to buy more clothes because I've lost so much weight. And he said, I've lost 90 pounds since last year. Well, of course he's got my attention. So I ended up getting his cell phone number. He's going to be on our show, Mike. I'm going to interview him hopefully next Monday if he's off work. But listen to this powerful thing. I said, how did you do it, man? He showed me his before picture, dude. And look, he was, I know it's not proper to say fat, but he was fat. He was, let's call it, what's the proper word? Obese, heavy, plump. He was a big boy, but Mike, he looked good, man. He was skinny. He looked good. He felt good. He said, man, I've got more energy than I've ever had in my life. I said, how'd you do it? He said, man, I started running every day. He said, I hated running. He said, I couldn't run, but I made myself run. And he said, then I started eating right. I changed my lifestyle. And he said, I cut out breads. And he said, I cut out all soda. Like, Mike, these are the things. Like, listen, this is what I tell people. Like, look, anybody can lose weight. Anybody can get healthy. But you can't lose weight by continuously eating all the breads and all the junk and the soda, my friends. You have got to go on a war against soda. All soda. Diet soda, low calorie. What's Coke? They got a Coke Zero now. Are you kidding? That's supposed to have like 0 calories. Is that right, Mike? Coke Zero? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
But remember, guys, it's not just loss of weight. It's also you want things that you put in your body to have nutritional value. Are you ready for this? Coke Zero. You know what it means? It doesn't just mean 0 calories. It means 0 nutrition. It's 0 value. That's what it means.
Even worse. It's worse than 0. It should be Coke negative because it's there's the stuff in there that makes it taste sweet is worse for you than sugar in the first place. It will kill you. Don't drink it. Hey, so let's give away a book.
Let's give away a book. One of my new books.
That's right. Matt's new book, Just Juice It, which is just released. And you can text the word book to 727-341-5599 to win your free copy. We're going to draw one live. If you're not watching live, don't bother to text because we already gave the book away. Sorry. Yeah. You have to watch live to win. Although
start watching live, my friends.
If you're watching later on the archive and you send me a 200-word essay, I'll pick a winner.
Mike, let's do this.
School teacher for a second. What?
Well, and of course, if it's doable, let me know. Like, we do value those that aren't able to watch live. We've never really given them an opportunity to chime in. Some of them can't watch live. So can we say if they text before midnight tonight that they get a shot at winning a book? We're going to give one live to our live audience. But to those that watch the archives today, is that doable?
Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. So after the show's over, so today's November the 3rd. If you're watching the show on the archive or listening to it on the podcast before midnight, let's say midnight Pacific time on November 3rd, send the word book to 727-341-5599, and we'll also select a winner from our archive audience, I guess. So that'd be great.
We're giving away 2 books. One to those that are watching live and those that... Now listen, if you already bought Just Juice It and you win, we're still going to give it to you because I want you to give it to someone else or save it to use as a Christmas gift or keep one at home and one in your car because there's some things in this book you're going to need to reference.
It's a good idea.
So it's actually okay to have 2 books. One to keep... You need to keep this book in your kitchen. Because I pretty much list it all for you.
That's a great idea. One reference, in your library and one in your kitchen is a good idea. While people are texting in, Lance has a question that I want to pop up here. It's a little he's asking about stretching and how important stretching is. And if you have any tips. Do you stretch before you work out, Matt?
Every single time. I won't work out without stretching. I won't. Because I know people that have gotten major injuries. In fact, I stretch even when I'm not working out because it's so good for your body and it's good for your muscles and it's important. Like I don't let my son do any sport without stretching. Like he knows it's like a religion to him. He knows he is not allowed. Even if some buddies come and say, "Hey, you want to play some basketball?" Outside, he knows. He immediately starts stretching because Lance, too many injuries can take place if you don't stretch. There's 100 different styles of stretching. I just go through. It would be hard for me to demonstrate. Mike, maybe one day when we're together, we can maybe do a little stretching demo of some different types of stretches that I do. But YouTube, if you YouTube stretch, I'm also really Lance. I really believe in yoga. I'm talking like one of the best things you can do for your body is yoga. And I'm not talking about the religion side of yoga. I'm talking about the stretching side of it, how it's so good for your body. I do both. Lance. I stretch before and after, and it's actually, they're both equally important. It's equally important to stretch before, equally important to stretch after a workout. Mike, anything you want to throw out?
I definitely don't exclusively stretch after. You want to stretch before. You're going to get a lot more benefit from your workout, first of all. And you'll notice as you get older, it becomes more and more important to stretch before your workout. At least I've noticed that. Grandpa Mike, little tip for you. But One of the things that I've, stretching is far more important really than I think we give it credit for, because even when I was doing like a juice fast for a detox, stretching actually helps you detox your body as well, because you're moving parts of your body that you wouldn't ordinarily move, and getting into stretches that move your joints in ways that you wouldn't ordinarily move them. It actually manipulates the tissues of your body in a way that they don't typically get manipulated, and that helps the flow of blood, and that's what pulls the toxins out and all those things. So I mean, we could do an entire show on the benefits of stretching, because it's so important. Even if you're not working out, you should stretch every day. And I know people, I wish I did this.
Wake up and stretch. Stretch before bed. Well, and I didn't used to until I started studying the benefits of stretching. You know what else I've really been getting into is breathing. Really the value of breathing in and out of your nose, and really slowing down to breathe. Like, I'm not talking about just natural breathing like you do when you're, and really just taking that time for breathing. It's good for you. Good for you as far as keeping your oxygen, the blood flowing to the brain and the energy levels. And really, the proper breathing increases energy. It's actually really good for your digestive system and your immune system. So, these are, Mike, this is something like, I'm not Dr. Oz. I'm just a guy that wants to take good care of my body and wants to motivate people to not kill themselves through overeating and being sick. So I don't have all the answers. I'm learning. I learn every day. Like I'm reading a whole new book about health that I just discovered today, or over the weekend, I'm saying. And I picked up some good stuff that I hadn't thought of. Like one of the things they said was they did a study about people that had longevity. And they said, look, from what we've studied, and we're talking about people that's lived over 100 years, there were a couple of things that they did. And one of the things you and I have talked about on the show before is the value of good sleep, which it's kind of like Howard Stern doing a Sunday school lesson about morals for me and Mike to talk about, good sleep, but it's definitely something I'm trying to change, like the analogy, Mike. So it's, for me, what I've studied is the health benefits and of getting good sleep. Actually, that the more you can get to bed before 10 o'clock, definitely before 11, and how drastically the quality of your sleep reduces after 11 p.m. Like some people stay up till 12, 1, 2 o'clock, and then even how much energy increase you can have in your day. I just discovered this weekend by reading that if you wake up before 6 a.m., if you wake up 30 minutes at least before sunrise, there's this energy that you can have in your body. And this is why you'll find that people that are early risers also tend to have more energy. So that's one. And another thing I'd never thought of, I've always heard it, I've always seen it in books, but they said that these people that had massive longevity in life, another thing that they were very slow eaters, which I'm not, because I'm always in a hurry. They talked about how they chew their food and they eat slow, and the benefit of the digestive process and what it does for your body when you eat slower. So that's something I was like, wow, I guess I need to slow down and, chew my food more. Cause, I'm always in a hurry. I'm like, man, I don't want to spend an hour eating this salad. You know what I'm saying? It's a waste of my time. But anyways.
I'm in the middle of drawing for the book here. So
tell me what we got, Mike. And the winner is.
That's interesting. A phone number ending in 4000, 4000. Who is that? For our live viewers right now, somebody's cell phone ends in 400.
You mean their last four digits are 4000?
Yeah. What a cool phone
number.
They
lucked out. That's an easy phone number to memorize.
Area code is maybe Kentucky. I'm not sure.
You want to know what's scary, Mike? Let me tell you what's scary. I have a home phone. I have an office phone here, okay? If you offered me $50,000 cash right now to tell you my home number, I couldn't tell you. That is tragic to me. That's unbelievable. Like right now, if somebody said, Matt, I'm going to give you $50,000 if you can tell me your home number, I can't tell you. I don't know it. Hey, who won? Ryan and Michelle?
Yeah, Ryan, hey, text that same number, text your address. We'll get that book shipped out to you.
One day, Mike and I, when we do drawings, are actually going to just the next day show up on your door. Knock on the door and be smiling. Say, hey, you won a book on our talk show yesterday. Just wanted to bring it to you.
That's going to be fun. Awesome.
That will be fun. And then those that are watching on the archives today, remember you have till midnight tonight. Text your number to Mike, or to that number right there, whatever that is. Put it back up there, Mike, so they know. Say it out loud one more time. And then, of course, we're every day at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Fuel for Success. Mondays is about health and weight loss. Hopefully, we've given you some things to think about, give you a little motivation, a little inspiration. Remember, if you pick up one thing that betters your life, it was worth the 30 minutes of the show. And if it's a help to you, put it out on your Facebook, your Twitter, text the link to friends. And then, of course, put us on your iPod and listen to us while you run and while you walk and while you clean the garage. You know, easy. Go to iTunes, type in Fuel for Success, and you'll be able to listen to every single episode on your iPod, which I think is really cool. We have people that do that. Awesome. Good to hear. Well, I guarantee you, Ryan, and you're going to, after reading my book, you're going to be wanting to get a NutriBullet. Like, you're going to go crazy getting one.
Yeah.
Should there be a serious concern for allergies to wheatgrass? And I would have to know what kind of allergies, but I would say no.
There are some allergies. There's some grass allergies, but it's not a super common allergy. It's just like anything else. I mean, you may have allergies to tomatoes, so don't put tomatoes in your juice, that sort of thing. So there are some people who will have allergic reactions to it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea, and I tell this to everybody, and Mike and I always say this. We're not doctors. We are just motivators and health coaches. And we don't, we always tell people, look, always run things through your doctor if you're in doubt, and do your own research as well, because we're just here to motivate and encourage and inspire, and we give what we know. And so anytime we're not 100% sure, we always tell you to do your research, and we will as well. We'll come back maybe with a little more understanding about allergies and wheatgrass and the ramifications of that. But hey, enjoyed it, Mike. Looking forward to this week. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about life coaching and motivation. You know what people don't know about that show? That's our show where we just basically do a 30-minute life coaching session about life. Like this weekend I taught on goal setting. So it's that type of stuff, goal setting and time management and being organized and, having more energy, just practical things about life. So it'll be fun.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Hey, real quickly, one more time, if you're watching later on the archives, text the word book to 727-341-5599. We'll select a winner by midnight Pacific time, November 3rd. That's tonight. So get that submitted in, and we'll shoot you a copy of the book if you win. So, and thanks for watching and listening on the archives.
Yeah, enjoy being with it. God bless you, my friends. Stay away from the bread. And eat a lot of salads and do a lot of juicing and drink a lot of water with lemon and keep your body moving. Keep the body moving, my friends, and stay positive and eliminate all negativity and toxic emotions and avoid any sodas. Stay away from any meat that's not organic. Run from sugar. And have fun, guys, and take care of your one body. Oh, and by the way, I'm not sorry that you're whining about juicing taking so long. Don't bring that to me and Mike, because we have zero compassion for you. We're okay that it takes a little bit of time. We're okay with that, aren't we, Mike? We're okay with it.
we're good with it, and it really doesn't take that much time.
It really does. It really does. I've never one time this morning. I was able to juice with my Jack LaLanne, which is a lot longer than the NutriBullet. Get everything out, juice it, and clean it all before I made my son's lunch, all before I took him to school. So I don't want to hear no whining out of you.
Right. All right, guys. We'll let y'all run. We'll see you tomorrow. Have an awesome Monday.
God bless.
God bless.